Well, hey y'all, I'm back. So, I'm in the afternoon phase of day 2, sober October. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Not good timing. There's a thunderstorm going on outside. My dog's gonna bark the whole time. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about yesterday a little bit, actually. When I rewatched my post, it just sounds so negative and depressed, and like I'm not that person, and I was just a day, and I'd been feeling sorry for myself, and it wasn't even all just because of sober October. There's a lot of other stuff going on which led to that attitude yesterday, and I feel like I've been having that attitude a lot, and today I'm in a much better mood, actually. So trying to break out of that negative thinking, and I disliked it so much I just wanted to delete it. I'm like, ugh, but whatever, that's how I was feeling. So yeah, I wanted to like kind of explain what led to that attitude, or a little background. Right now I'm living in Conroe, Texas, which is a half hour north of Houston. It's very humid and muggy, and apparently thunderstormy outside today. So I just moved here end of July 20th, I believe it was. My husband and I moved down here, and we moved down here so we could get an awesome new job. And I was like, what the heck? So we came from Oregon, a little tiny little town south of Portland, about an hour south of Portland, named Newburgh. And I was a librarian at a high school there, and he had his own job going on and stuff. And kind of we were in a little transition period. I was ready to be done working at the high school because bunch of drama going on there. The school district wasn't doing well. My husband was kind of in a job transition phase. What are these little dots? And so this opportunity came up for him to get this job down here in Conroe. He's got an old good friend that lives down here that's working at the company that he had applied to, and he kind of just did it on a whim. This fateful night, he was playing Fortnite with this friend. And it was mentioned that there's a position open that my husband, was qualified for. So he just kind of, like I said, we were in that transition phase. This is about, I don't know, late April, probably. Just kind of decided, might as well apply. And he did. And next thing we know, they're having him fly down for an interview. And next thing we know, he got the job. Next thing we know, it's like the end of, mid-end of May. And he's going to fly down and start this job. And so he flew down beginning of June, and he was staying with his friend, fortunately, and he started working in June. And I finished the school year in end of June and put in my notice and quit, and we fucking packed up our house that we lived in for over 5 years. We have three cats, a dog. We had a bearded dragon we left behind, and we just we got a moving truck. We shipped everything down. We shipped a car. We shipped both of our cars down. We had to do a rental car to drive down here with all of our pets. Drove down for 3 days. It was insane. And in between all that, this is all fortuitous. It was just, we'd had the most boring, lazy lives for years. Just go to work, come home, hang out. Just friends, family, normal shit. Just daily grind. I am 32, by the way. We mobbed down here. It was a crazy time because in between all of this, we'd had this Hawaii vacation, this amazing Hawaii vacation planned beginning of July 1st. We had this amazing trip to Kauai planned. So in between him moving to Texas to work in June, me quitting work, packing up our whole house. Oh, so much money. So hard. And then, so we're doing all this at the end of June, scrambling. I could have taken more time to get there. We had to get everything down. We had, our rental house opened up, and so I got everything as ready as I could. We went to Kauai for 2 weeks. It was fucking amazing. I love Kauai. And, then we came back, and like in June I was packing up the house. I was packing everything up while he was down here working. as much as I could, and then trying to make arrangements. We tried to make some arrangements for moving in Hawaii. Everything was just so rushed and just not planned. We'd never done anything like this. I've lived in Oregon my whole life. I've lived in the same little town my whole freaking life, besides when I went to college in Eugene, Oregon. Lived down there for 7 years or so. Yeah. Then moved back home, and I worked in my hometown that I kind of grew up and went to school in. So this is crazy. So we went to Hawaii, blah, 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 long story short, came back. Yeah, he had flown. He flew from Texas back to Oregon, and we all flew to Hawaii. Then he came back, and we stayed for about a week, mobbing, packing everything up, getting everything ready to get shipped down, finishing all that. Then we shipped it down and drove on down. And here we are. And that's not all. In the midst of all this, I still don't have a job yet. I mean, it took like 2 weeks for all of our stuff to get shipped here. It took so long. I don't recommend using U-Pack shipping. They fucking suck. They're terrible customer service. So it took 2 weeks for us to get all of our shit down here. So we were living in a house. We were sleeping on an air mattress for 2 beds, no furniture in here. No Wi-Fi, so that sucks. So like August 3rd, I'll remember the day forever. I think our stuff finally came. So we got our house set up, and that was better. But we still only had 1 car. We needed to ship our other car down. We hadn't shipped it down yet for multiple reasons. So my husband had a car, obviously. His car got here while we were still in Kauai, actually. But so his car was down so we could go back and forth to work, luckily. But I didn't have a car. So I'm trapped in a house with no car, and no furniture, no Wi-Fi, in a place I didn't know. And it was hard, but it's fine. Like I said yesterday, all I've ever wanted to do is nothing, and I got to do a lot of nothing. And I'm still doing it, because I'm still looking for a job, which is a whole nother story. We'll talk about that some other time. But now I have a car, so that's nice. Got the car, got the house, got all the stuff. Everything's fine. My husband's doing great. He likes his job. Things are fun. It's been fun exploring a new place. It's been fun exploring this area. It's so different. It's like so the same, but so different. There's just these little things, and the food's so fun to try. And there's just a lot of stuff I want to explore, but shopping's off. Like everything's so much more convenient and close here, like as opposed to where we used to live. Traffic was so bad, and it's just a small town. There wasn't much going on. Lots of nature. That's kind of one thing that I miss. I miss the nature, the trails, the parks. Knowing where stuff's at. I'll get it figured out though. It's so freaking hot and humid here all the time that it's hard to be outside. All I ever used to do was love being outside, so it's harder to be outside. And there are so many nasty bugs, it's insane. Anyway, so I wanted to explain the last little piece to why summer was kind of hard for me. Like end of May, I started getting like really sore joints, and I'm not even gonna tell the whole freaking story, but long story short, I was in and out of doctors all summer. My medical bills are insane. I got extreme joint pain everywhere, like debilitating, like hard to wake up in the morning, hard to walk, hard to go up and down stairs, so sore, trying to figure out what's going on. And I went to one rheumatologist. I was referred to a rheumatologist back home, and she told me I likely had arthritis after blood tests and nonsense. And she was kind of, I don't know, I needed another opinion after that. I just wasn't feeling what she prescribed me some medicine and steroids, which helped so much, but I'm tapering off them now, months later. I think they've been fucking with me. I can't wait to get off them. They're making me feel weird, which is kind of probably attributing to yesterday's attitude. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so anyway. So I get down here, and I want a second opinion. I shouldn't have. The fucking bills are so much money. But I go to another doctor, and because I don't know. I just felt like the first doctor, something wasn't right. So I go to this other doctor. It was a way better experience, but she ended up diagnosing me with lupus. Instead of, not arthritis, the joint pain was due to the lupus, basically. And I'm feeling like this lady was a little bit more, I don't know, I'm just kind of more on the same page as her with what she's saying, what's going on. So, the same medicine, actually, that this previous doctor had prescribed me to, so steroids and this other medicine, same thing was prescribed. And so, I started taking this other medicine finally. It took forever, in and out of doctor's appointment. I made my appointment kind of mid-August, didn't get into the beginning of September. I get my blood drawn. I feel like it took another week, 10 days, 2 weeks to get my other blood work back, and then so I just was able to finally kind of figure out what was going on and start my course of medication as of the kind of mid-September. So I feel like finally, like months later, like it took me months to like it took me like a full month to just like not be exhausted from moving and medication and feeling like shit from this joint pain and this lupus. So it took me like a month to just not be exhausted anymore. And then after all this, like our car came and I finally got all this figured out and our house put together, I feel like it took another month to get my shit together. So it's been like August was insane. September flew by. I feel like, okay, we're in October, we're here. I got everything figured out with my health. I'm getting a course of meds going for that, which I'm trying to figure out those side effects. I feel like those have been kind of affecting me once I finally figured out I had lupus. It was like a big relief to finally be diagnosed because I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so tired? Why are my joints so sore? So it was finally like, yes, I know what's going on. There was an excitement period, and then there was like kind of pretty depressed, like, God damn, what does this mean for me? Trying to figure out all the stuff about lupus, what it means for my life, all that. But finally having a reason to know why I felt like shit in addition to just all the other craziness. It's kind of a relief. So I'm ready for like, ready for a fresh start. Sober October plays into all that. Fresh start, getting healthy. Birdie, it's okay, buddy. So yeah, that's enough talking for now. Sober October 2018. Day 2 afternoon. Stay strong, brothers and sisters. Try and get back on tonight.